everyone!
Hi! Alright, so this is going to be a book review or recommendation video.
Yeah, well, one of the book series we both really enjoyed is The Hunger Games. There's only two here because the first one is in my room and somebody is too lazy to get it.
It's in your room.
But, yeah, this is the second one and this is the third one, and we both read them at the same time and they're so good. Except I wasn't happy with the ending and she was. Should have been with Gale.
And also the movie is coming out for that very soon.
March 23rd, 2012. I'm very excited.
Extremely. The second series that we both read that we both really liked is Mercy, and at the moment it only has 2 books, and I've only read the first book, so I guess I can't.
I've read the second book. It's good.
Yeah.
And then next year, not next year, later this year, 2 more books are coming out, and they're Muse and Fury. So that's the third and the fourth one. And they're about an angel exiled from heaven who gets put into like different people's bodies
and then gets taken out of them
and then put back in. Yeah, but
it's quite interesting.
It's really good. And there are a lot of kind of supernatural books out there, but I gotta say this is one of the better ones
because it kind of puts it in perspective in how it would be in the real world.
Yeah, it's more from the supernatural person's perspective as opposed to the normal human's perspective on finding out there are angels and stuff.
Like Twilight or like
The Mortal Instruments.
No, I haven't read that.
I've read that. I'm gonna do a book review on The Mortal Instruments, which is a trilogy soon.
So yeah. And by the way, The Hunger Games is about this like country that's been split into 14 districts. One of them's the capital, and then the 13th district was destroyed.
It's supposed to be America, I think, but it's called Panem in the books.
Yeah, and pretty much they get put into a games, and 2 people from each district, a boy and a girl, will go to war and fight to the death.
Not to war. It's like
it's not to war.
It's like a reality TV show, except only one person survives.
And they actually do die, and
yeah, that's a very well-known series. So the next series, which is not so hardly well-known, but we think is really good, is Tommorrow and the War Began. And there is a movie which is out, which is Tommorrow and the War Began.
And that's the second one.
And so there's 7 books in this series.
And they're all around that size, apart from the last one, which is the 7th, which is the grey one, which is a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah, and so they're quite short. And then there's a follow-up series called the Ellie Chronicles, and there's 3 of them.
And I read all of them in about, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So we've both read all 10 books, and it's about an Australian teenagers, and they're camping, and a country invades, and they have to it's their struggle with surviving, and whether killing is right or wrong, even if it's in a war.
It's like a coming of age novel, and everybody else, like their family and friends that weren't on the camping trip with them, get captured because it was on the show weekend, so everyone was at the show.
Yeah, so they're really good, and we highly recommend them to anyone who's read and liked The Hunger Games.
Yeah. And then usually Alice will read a book, and then she'll recommend it to me, and I'll read it, and I'll really like it. But one of the books that I actually read first was Winter Song.
Really good book.
I really liked it.
There are 2 girls and 2 boys, and in the end, the boy that dies, I wanted him to live, and the boy that lived, I wanted him to die. Well, I didn't want him to die, but if one of them had to die, I'd prefer it be him than the guy that actually died. It was so sad. I was tearing up at the end. But
pretty much, it's just this world that they've completely banned music and pretty much anything happy.
Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic type thing.
And the boys and the 2 boys and the 2 girls go to a orphanage sort of school. So they're all orphans, but they go to this school that it's like a boarding school and they learn right from wrong, which is actually like the opposite kind of.
Yeah, and they have like some pretty harsh punishments and stuff. So.
And then they escape, and they find out a lot about their past and like their parents and everything, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot in that one book, so it's really good.
And like it is like some people would say that's long, but I wouldn't say that's long.
After reading Harry Potter, nothing is that long.
And then another book that I've read first that Alice is going to read is Halo and Hades. And pretty much it's an angel and her siblings, but all angels are siblings, whatever. But they've come down from heaven, and this sounds really cheesy, but they go down to make sure that the people from Hades or Hell don't cause too much damage to like everybody else in like the towns and stuff. So there's 3 angels that come down, and then they meet, and then Bethany, which is the main character and whose perspective it's from, which is, yeah, kind of cool. But she meets a guy called Xavier or Xavier, or however you want to say it. And so it's like their struggles with like that. And then Hades is like more struggles and stuff. And they're not very long. So they're a bit shorter than Winter Song.
Okay.
And then the last series that I'm going to mention is the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. And there's 3 books in it at the moment, and the last one's coming out. It's kind of annoying because the last one that's come out, like the most recent one, is a lot taller, and I couldn't find a smaller copy. So it's really annoying. But pretty much it's all about fallen angels and curses and stuff. It's really interesting. So I recommend it, but I won't give much away, especially because this has been a bit of a long video.
Yeah. And as I said before, I'm going to do a book review on a series called The Mortal Instruments, which I don't actually have here to show you. The first one's called City of Bones, then City of Ashes, and then City of Glass is the last one. And I'm just about to finish it. And again, it's shadow hunters, which are half human, half angel, and they like fight demons and stuff. So it's all about the same sort of things.
And didn't you say there was something about like a lot of the ideas are the same as Harry Potter?
Yeah, I actually did notice that like a lot of the things are kind of like Harry Potter. Like the evil guy called Valentine, everyone thinks he's dead and he rises again, and
Voldemort March.
yeah. But I won't give too much away because I'm going to do my book review. And yeah.
Also, we're not actually going to mention like what it's about and everything, but Harry Potter is also one of a really good series that we both really liked.
Yeah.
But everybody knows about it, so we're not actually going to put it in this video apart from me mentioning it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe.
And if you want to know what any of the clothing we're wearing or jewelry or anything, it'll be in the information box below. And yeah, check out our other videos.
Okay, and look out for my book review of The Mortal Instruments.
Yeah.
Bye.